going on, guys? Jack here and welcome to episode 69 of The Road to Glory here with FC United Manchester. Hopefully you guys are good. Since the last episode, things are going pretty terribly, but we've got to sort ourselves out because we've got 4 games left of the season and we're not out of the jungle yet in terms of the relegation battle. We are 12th, so you'd assume we should be safe with 4 games remaining. Today's game is against Everton, who are bottom of the league. 1 win there would probably see us safe. And then, of course, next episode, as promised, I will be live commenting the Chelsea, Arsenal and Manchester City matches that end our season. And to be honest, we really need to beat Everton today because those other games coming up are not going to be easy, and they will all be live commed as part of episode 70. So anyway, since the last episode, we've had quite a lot of fixtures. Obviously, Manchester United was our last game. Disappointing 3-0 loss. This year, rather kind of in the last 6 games, like since the last episode, won 1, drawn 1, lost 4. Looking at the win first, I suppose. Let's take the positives while we can. Good result against Newcastle. We were the better side. Players played well. Defensively, we were fairly solid this game. Shame that Barney didn't score, but one of those things. We then got a 1-1 draw at Wolverhampton Wanderers, which, although may seem like a disappointing result, and to be honest, I am a little bit disappointed with our performance against them. We have to remember, 1-1 against Wolverhampton Wanderers, although it's not a great result, it's a point in our kind of battle for survival. So I guess that's one positive. Looking at the squad played fairly well there as well. Following on from this, we've obviously had our little losing run, which has been a little bit annoying, and I feel as if this year we have struggled, and I'm putting that down to the changes that were made in January. Obviously, a lot of extreme changes coming in, a lot of new players who were completely kind of unfamiliar with each other. It's going to take a while for them to gel, and obviously a lot of changes happened, and I've tried to keep this team stable all the way through this series in terms of only adding a few faces at a time, and perhaps I added a few too many faces too soon, but we can't dwell on it too much because we've got to kind of battle for our safety here. Anyway, looking at the results, first result was a 2-0 defeat at home to Leicester. Looking at the stats, we deserved to win. We were the better side, but at the end of the day, we didn't take our chances. Shane Barney wasn't clinical for us, and we lost 2-0. Following on from this, our second home defeat in a row came at the hands of Queen's Park Rangers. Admittedly, they're a very good, strong side in this league. However, you'd expect us to really battle hard and try and get a point from this game at least. Looking at the stats, we were 1-0 up, we threw away the lead, lots of bookings for us. Statistically, QPR edged it. Slightly disappointing defensive performance by us, although in reality no one really turned up for us. And Shawcross and McLean with the goals for them. After this, we had what you'd see as an easier tie. We had Norwich City, a real struggling side in the league. I mean, if you look at Norwich and Wolves, 2 teams we played, both very much struggling. So to lose to them both, or rather only not win against either, was pretty disappointing. But we got a 1-0 home defeat at Carrow Road. Mason Bennett grabbing the late goal for us. For them against us in the 90th minute. Looking at the stats, I don't even know what's happening here. We're just not doing anything with the ball. You can see here, against Norwich, a really struggling side, we just didn't turn up. It's a problem, it really is, and I can't put my finger on anything, really. I've made some tactical changes, I'll talk about them in a second, but the final result was a 1-0 defeat at the hands of Southampton. This game, a much better showing by us, 9 shots on target, 20 shots on goal. Southampton edged possession, but we did more with it. But in reality, as a strike force and as an attacking team, we didn't turn up again, which is bitterly disappointing to say. So since that result, with these 4 games left, I really have had to mix up the tactics. And so for our team tactics, I've really gone a lot more, slightly less attacking, less creative freedom. I want us to be more direct with the ball and faster getting it forward. We're going to have to really hoof up the ball, I feel, to get points in our last few games against what are 2 very solid teams. I'm also going to remove the wing-backs pushing forward. I feel as if we just need to give a really good solid performance here against Everton. If we can get the win, that's going to make my job next episode a lot more chill. If not, it's going to be a very nervy end to the season, you'd feel. With our fixtures we have remaining, it's going to be tough. But anyway, let's get straight into today's game. Let's not even have ifs and buts. Everton are bottom of the league. You'd expect us to go out and win there. We need to improve. And I just hope we can do it against Everton of all teams, because this is really a make or break game. If we failed to win this, we could really have some problems going into the last few games of the year. I think last year the thing that made us so solid was just our amazing defensive record. We were so solid at the back with the 5. This year, going to the 4 at the back, we've kind of not necessarily paid the price for it, but we're conceding a lot more, and because our strikers just haven't been burying goals, we've struggled. That said, 1-0 up, Glenn Stewart grabbing the goal for us. That's only Glenn Stewart's first goal of the season, and of course, Glenn Stewart, the centre-back, has scored a lot for us over the years, and it does really surprise me to see that. That kind of gives you an idea of how much we've really struggled to score. When a player like Glenn Stewart, a player who gets 3 or 4 goals as a centre-back a season, is scoring his first goal of the season with 3 games left. That is just not what you want to see. But that's the ideal start for us. We are away, so I mean this result isn't in the bag, and it's never an easy game to come to Goodison, but I'm hoping the players can turn up today. Peltari's free, bury that my son. Keeper saves it. Calendra with the rebound, back from injury, back with a bang. That is his first goal, I believe, since he's come back. 2-0, really important result for us, really good play by the guys, and we are going to stay up, I think. If we hold out for this result, 41 points, looking at the teams around us, you'd really see us as being safe, which is the important thing. That said, I would like to push for a mid-table finish. I mean, 12th, I suppose, is mid-table, but kind of, if we can get 10th, that's kind of something to aim for. I'm not sure what the points are like at the league table, kind of in that area, but Piazon has just scored for Everton, and suddenly, 2-1, we look nervy. We look very nervy, and this is not what I want to see at all. I was hoping for a nice, simple game, but they've just grabbed a goal back, and things could get interesting. We need a win. We need a win. I mean, 2-0, 2-1's not a bad performance. I'm just going to tell the guys, things are, I'm happy with your performance. Keep it up. We'll go with that. And then Glenn Stewart, I'm very happy with your performance today. Let's see how we get on. It's a good team talk, all things considering. Let's see if we can improve on that in the second half. 1 more goal would be really good for us, but we've got to make sure we don't concede. That's the main thing we've got to look at. And we've got a free kick early on here in the second half. It may be a pointless highlight. It is a pointless highlight. I mean, when does anyone actually score a goal from one of those start of half highlights, really? They never go in. But that said, Everton are on the attack here, and we need to defend this. Brunt hits the post, and that is a warning for us. I'm going to do a tactical change here. I'm going to do one. I'm going to switch to 5 at the back. I'm just going to play it safe. I'm too nervy. We will go with that, and then bring back the wing backs and tell them not to run forward. We just need to get men behind the ball and sit for 20 minutes and not concede here against Everton. That is crucial in terms of our survival in this game, and just keeping out that we can defend well. 2 minutes left. Looks like that change has worked for us in terms of solidifying our lead, and that's just going to be a very late sting in the tail for us. 2-1. Probably would have liked to win by more, but we've got maybe one last chance here, although it's probably not going to lead to anything. Of course it's not going to lead to anything. Great effort, Peltari, you beast. Okay, so 2-1. Not the result I was looking for. I wanted to win by more. But at the same time, I'm very kind of content with the point, and I feel as if we should be safe now. We're still with 3 games left. We could still finish in the top half. It's realistic. Europe has now got away from us, but in reality, with our 3 fixtures we have left, it's not going to be easy. And looking at the teams in the relegation zone, we're guaranteed safety statistically. So going into episode 70 against 3 huge sides, I don't need to worry as much as perhaps I might have done. But that's not a bad result, all things considering. Glenn Stewart also is now the club's record league appearance player with... I can check this for you. Let me go to FC Manchester. Is it history records? Here it is. Then player records. Most league appearances. Glenn Stewart will make his 250th league appearance for FC United Manchester next game, which is an insane landmark. But no, that wasn't great. I was hoping for a bigger win against Everton. I mean, if you look at our results, it's nice because we really have struggled this kind of second half of the season. The first half of the season went really well. This year, with all the changes happening, players just not getting used to each other. That's something that I kind of expected, but I didn't expect to kind of hit us as hard as it has. That said, 2-1 win's important. Now we've got a trip to the Emirates next episode, followed by home ties against Chelsea and Man City to plan for. I may even switch to our 5 at the back system from last season for those games. But anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this. This was episode 69 of The Road to Glory. Next episode, for episode 70, I'll be doing the 3 games in live comms and just one long episode for you. So hopefully you're looking forward to that. As always, give the video a cheeky like. Let's see if we can get 20 comments. That's the target, and that doesn't include my comments, because I know people leave comments and try and get me to leave a comment to add to the comment total when I set a comment total goal. Does that make sense? Maybe not. I'm going crazy. Who cares? 2-1, good result. We are staying up, guys. That's the main thing. 3 games left this season, and then I can really try and build upon the squad that we now have, get them playing better together, and just improve the team as a whole. So, guys, it's me, Jack, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.